Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain.
Hello, everyone. Happy Feminist Friday. In fact, you know what? The background, I preset the background and the damn thing changed on me. Feminist Friday, damn it. Huzzah. We're here. We're doing the thing. Yay. I am joined this fine morning by the lovely Lilith, who's on this side, not this side. Live broadcasting. Hello, Lilith. How are you?
I am okay. I'm doing good. I got Kip sitting behind me, and apparently Kip's in the chat, so it's kind of like a Kipception thing going on.
The Kipocalypse.
Indeed.
And we also have the incoming asteroid to smash down the patriarchy. It's Jess. Hello. How are you? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of an alliteration off the top of my head. I'm bad at my job and I should pre-prepare these things. But how are you?
I am good, and you are not bad at your job. I am getting over being sick, so I'm hoping to stay for as long as I can, but if I duck out, it's not anybody. I just am not feeling very good.
It's all good. It's all good. You know, as I often say, I designed these shows so that y'all on the guest list can pop in and out as you want to, as there's time, and all those things.
How are you, Ember?
I've been better. I've been worse too, though. But I do have some news. First of all, I should mention The 24/7 stream has a new home, at least temporarily. I've moved it over to the Java and Jugs channel since that's basically just being a backup for the Java and Jugs broadcasts because we've been doing the Monday mornings on the Damn Network. And because it's on the Damn Network, the shows tend to disappear the instant they end. So if you want to watch one later, they're on the Java and Jugs channel. But because that channel has live capability, I've put the 24/7 stream of Hot Topic replays over there, which this is going to be really weird when it shows up on replay. But I want you all to know right at the start of the show, since, 92% of people tune out after the first 30 seconds. Analytics are fun. Actually, in fairness, it's the countdown. People click off instead of skipping past the countdown, which is why there's a countdown. They just turn off the video. But I'm a little grumpy today. I can't imagine why. So bear with me, folks. Anyway, the stream is back on. It's over on the Java and Jugs channel. That's what I wanted to say about that. Science news. Totally unrelated to today's subject. Kip says, I was hoping you'd hijack the Inspiring Philosophy channel. It would be much more wholesome content, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
So I have thoughts about Inspiring Philosophy. And again, I'm not going to build this channel on drama, but from a critique point of view, as a counter-apologist, I applauded when he took a stand against Christian nationalists. And so likewise, and for the same reason, I must condemn him for pulling the "we're all Charlie Kirk" bullshit. Get the fuck out. But I digress. Science. There is science news. We may have discovered Nibiru. Probably not, but I'll tell you what the hell I'm talking about. So we found a dwarf planet. This was actually back in May, but it only came to my attention this morning, which is why you're hearing about it now instead of yesterday. We found a dwarf planet with an extremely wide orbit. This is an RXI. It's archive, but it's they do it weird in Cornell. This is a pre-publication copy. You can find, this is the whole title: Discovery of a Dwarf Planet Candidate in an Extremely Wide Orbit, 2017 OF201. We discovered it in 2017, but we've been making observations over the past several years, 19 different observations over 7 years, and we have concluded that based on its typical albedo of 0.15, it has a diameter of 700 kilometers, making it the second largest known object in the outer belt. It's likely a dwarf planet, and its orbit, this is the fun part, its orbit, where the fuck is the orbital data? I'm looking in the wrong place, goes between 838 astronomical units to a perihelion of just under 45 astronomical units. Pluto has an average orbital distance of 39.5 astronomical units. It's its closest approach. It doesn't get closer than Pluto's average distance by a long shot. But I mean, that's a crazy range. It goes from Pluto zone-ish to 838 astronomical units.
Mm-hmm.
That is far.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And for anybody who doesn't know, an astronomical unit is the average distance between Earth and the Sun. So about 93 million miles, give or take a little.
Okay, well,
so it's far.
Yes, 1 astronomical unit is Earth's average distance. So, like, Saturn is like 9 astronomical units. And Saturn is far. Pluto is like 39.5. This is crazy. But to put it in another perspective, all these years, the Voyager probes and Mariners have been going. The farthest one just crossed the heliopause, which fluctuates, but whatever. Just crossed the heliopause a couple of years ago. That is an average of 123 astronomical units. This thing goes almost 7 times as far as the heliopause, or 7 times as far as the Voyagers have made it since the 1970s. It's far. It's so far. It's like halfway to the next star. Probably not quite that far, but detailed. It's a crazy distance. It's farther than it should be able to go, in fact, because once you get outside the heliopause, you're supposed to be in free interstellar space, like you're outside of the sun's gravitational influence. Apparently not, though. So yeah, it's an adventure. It's a fun story, and I thought some of y'all nerds out there might be interested, especially because, right, I missed the most important part. The orbit takes 25,000 years. Where have we heard that before? Could it be Nibiru? So, it's fun. Somebody said something, but it got away from me. Where'd it go? Equus says, pretty cool, Ember. Have you seen the comet that's now visible? I have not. I mean, I've seen photos of Comet Lemon, but I haven't caught it myself. Apparently, in my part of the world, it doesn't rise until around 2 a.m., and I'm usually asleep at that point. There's actually 2 comets right now, but one of them you can't see with your with your visible eye. Jesus Christ. It's not important. The point is, no, I haven't caught them myself. Alas. Tis a great tragedy. 'Tis a shame of this modern age when a lass can't stay up till 2 a.m. just to see the lights of heaven. I'm in a weird mood, folks.
I haven't seen them either, so.
But fret not, if you too are beset with evil spirits, beings of a supernatural nature who may be filling your space with a miasma and thus infecting your ability to, think and feel and behave appropriately, all that evil spirit stuff. Good news, we have a solution. Available now on the Ember Store.
Yes.
The Yahweh Away Nil Scented Soy Candle.
Go get it.
I realize it's $17 and not a lot of people can afford $17. I get it, but it's so funny.
I think that's adorable, and I kind of want one. Like a lot.
Oh, I'm absolutely getting one.
After yesterday's show, I was looking for like a dream catcher or something that I could make into a Yahweh Away, but they didn't have those, and they did have the candle, and I noticed that it's unscented, soy-based. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect for banishing the fucking blood god of goats. Unscented means it's nil scented. Yes. I'm probably more amused than it warrants, but it is available. It's better than Ember.com, the store button, or maybe YouTube will show you. I don't know. YouTube does whatever the hell it wants, but it is actually available. So even if you only just want to like read the description and giggle, that's fine. It's out there. I did add another product to the Ember store too, but it doesn't have a backstory and it's not funny. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's not funny. However, even though I should record a proper commercial for the candle because that would be fucking hilarious, I did actually upgrade our existing commercial. I found a couple more thingies. They were thingies I already had, actually, and I incorporated them into the commercial. We now have about 1:20 of theists being ridiculous. And I changed the order a little bit. So let's check that out.
It was actually a tremendous blessing to these children for them to be killed and go to heaven and be with God.
Carl, that kills people.
I have a problem with this stuff being normalized across the spectrum, and specifically, like, why push this on kids? Why introduce this to kids?
I want to be ignorant, honestly.
If God is not good, then guess what? we are all absolutely screwed.
You're incapable of being a good person. You're an evil person. You're a terrible person. At the core fabric of who you are. That's why we need laws. We need laws because we're bad people. All of us are bad people.
I am a depraved wretch. I am a great sinner. I'm a worm, completely undeserving of any love or any grace. I'm nothing. I'm nothing.
I will use whatever gives me victory. I don't care about the truth, and I don't care about the law. I care about one thing, the control.
Stop letting people pressure you into thinking.
Being a Christian doesn't exclude us from experiencing spiritual dryness.
I think that's much better with Cam at the very end.
I love those.
I mean, some of them are like, what the fuck did he just say? But others are like, they're just so silly. It's too heavy letting them say all their intense bullshit at once. But fortunately, they say enough ridiculous things that it can lighten things up and let us deal with the whole of the dangerous nonsense. So I kind of like it. It still needs work, but it still needs more things. But it is 50%, no, 100% more than it was just a week ago. It was 42 seconds long a week ago. Now it's 1:20. It's doubled because theists can't stop saying silly things. You know who else can't stop saying silly things? Jester, because it's, sort of the job. Jester sends us a super chat for $2. Thank you so much, Jester. And says, on my asthma, damn, just tell me I need a shower. I mean, why shower when you can have a candle? I guess. I don't know.
I mean, if we're going with miasma, we could also balance the humors too. My humors need to be balanced. That must be what's wrong.
That's probably what's wrong with all the things, like the commercial, right? It's got funny bits, but the humor needs to be balanced to be truly effective.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Something like that. So I need to rebalance my humors, much like I have to rebalance my screen as the little pops in and out. Is your computer feeling better, Noel?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's being weird today, so my camera just decided to stop working. So I was just like, okay. Yeah.
It's been known to happen. I mean, there've been times my camera just goes out randomly, or I get raptured, or you never fucking know what's gonna happen. It's just
it's a frequent problem, that rapturing. Drac,
true.
I was doing the dishes that one time, and then I just floated up to the ceiling.
It's like gravity just turns off.
I think with the last one, they even made like clothes and stuff so that they were like special rapture clothes.
Okay.
I guess typical clothes don't stay on you while you rapture, and that's why you get all the like left behind stuff, right?
Yeah, that's why all the people were running around naked last time. They were like, well, I started to rapture and then it just turned off, like the beam was broken, and that's why I'm naked in public, officer. But yeah, apparently the Mormons' magic underwear, that doesn't happen because it's magic underwear. So everybody else is like, hey, we need magic underwear to protect our modesty while our non-corporeal bodies ascend to the heavenly plane, or whatever the fuck they call that.
That they got that from the Millerites, because the Millerites did their own costumes for the rapture as well. And then, because that was like the 1830s. When did Joseph Smith do all this stuff? It was the mid 1800s or early 1800s?
It was early mid. It was pre-Civil War, I'm pretty sure.
It was pre-Civil War. Okay.
Yeah. So it would have been like right after the Millerites, to be between that and the Civil War.
Yeah. Oh, I feel a deep dive coming on.
Do some more
I've
poking
got-
around.
I've got a
Wonder
whole-
says 1844.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've got a whole essay that I wrote in college on a biography of Joseph Smith and how big of a fraud he was. And I did not know this at the time, but the professor that I had to turn into was Mormon. And luckily she was completely unbiased, but I had no idea. And I'm just like, I might have wanted to pick someone different. But it was a good essay.
Hell yeah. Jester said a thing. There it is. Jester sent $2. Thank you so much, Jester, and said, I find that quite humorous. I'll just leave that there. So we do have a video, and I want to announce things. I need to stop announcing things and just do the thing. It's Friday. Let's just do the thing. I mean, it's Friday now. If you're watching in the future, hello, future people, first of all. Second, remember to subscribe. Third, if you're watching on the replay channel, remember to subscribe over here on the main channel, Better Than Ember, so you can join us live. We would love to see you in the live chat. That would be wunderbar. Anyway, today we're reviewing a cartoon, a video from like very serious ministers who argue with cartoons, and they're going to tell us why women should be silent. Hush your faces, and the men are talking. Goodness. All right, here we go.
Are women allowed to be pastors is a question that's thrown around a lot. So here's the spectrum. One side says that pastoral leadership is only allowed for men, and the other side says, no, that may have been the cultural norm back then, but times are different now.
Obviously, the conversation is a little bit more nuanced than that. I realize that apologists really love to make things false dichotomies, to put things into binaries, black and white thinking for everything. It's sort of how that works. But in reality, there are a bunch of people who say only men can be like priests, and some people are like, well, only men can be any level of representative, whether it's elder or teacher or whatever. And then there's other people who are like, well, Paul was writing about how women can't be leaders, but that was just in that one letter to that one church. Perhaps there were behavioral problems in that one church, and because he doesn't write that to any other church. So it's clearly not a universal declaration. They'll get into it. I just want to point out it's a false dichotomy.
Honestly, I think too many believers can look at the topic of the role of women in the church and hyper-fixate on the question of whether they're allowed to be pastors, and they debate it all the time. And while I do have a firm belief on the answer to that question that I will share later in this video, I do want to
stay tuned to the end, folks, for the exciting conclusion of what does this fucker think. And I call him fucker with justified reason. If we make it to the ending, you'll find out why. Although you can probably guess.
Yeah.
Just say that Christian...
What's that?
I said just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a predictable ending, because that's what the video was about. That's what the title and the cover art are for. That's what he's trying to draw viewers in for. It's just a wait to the end to get the watch time thing. But he's going to say what you expect him to say, because that's what the audience demands he say. You know what I'm saying?
Know what you're saying.
Yeah. It's all preordained, you might say.
Women should be held in the highest esteem, and they have a very needed role in the church that I feel many churches miss out on. So in this video, I'll cover 5 thoughts that every believer should know about the role of women.
5 thoughts every believer should know. And this is the central arrogance of this kind of ministry, right? Is like, here's just shit I think, and every true believer needs to know the thoughts that I think, or they're not Christianing properly, because I have the truth and everyone else is just an approximation.
Christians are the biggest gatekeepers too. They don't consider like so many of very similar denominations to also be Christians. And you've got the big ones, like they don't, like evangelicals won't accept the Mormons and stuff like that. But even within evangelical Christianity, there's still a lot of like, oh no, they believe the wrong thing. And I don't know if they're going to make it to heaven,
I have family members that literally believe unless you go to their specific church, you're not going to heaven. Like their specific, like physical building. And it's like,
Isn't that how Westboro Baptist Church works?
Yeah.
You have to go there to go to heaven, or are they Calvinists?
I thought they were Pentecostals, but I don't know off the top
Yeah,
of my head.
I think they are Pentecostal.
I was just thinking, like, it sounded like a lot of their stuff was very, like, preordained, like, as to who gets to go to heaven and whatever. Like, I guess they're not out there to convert people. They already figure people are either going to hell or they're going to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay. They are an unaffiliated primitive Baptist church, whatever the fuck that means. So it's yet another schism off the Baptists. Duh, it's in the name, Ember. The Westboro Baptist Church. I feel really dumb, folks.
Hey,
if I didn't explain, I should probably explain. My brain is not functioning properly today because, as you may be aware, things happened earlier in the week that I'm not going to talk about, but my phone got damaged. And so now I do have a backup phone. It's not actually a phone, but it can do most of the things phones can do because it's very phone shaped. And I've been transferring my reminders over. I missed some medicine yesterday and my brain is not quite right. So bear with me. We're doing our best, folks. I actually wasn't even going to mention any of that, except I'm glitching too much. And I'm like, there needs to be an explanation because I'm not normally this off. It just... Yeah. Okay. Continuing on.
Hey guys, did you know that as a member, you get access to our private Discord server? It's where we hang out during the week, dive deeper after episodes, share wins, pray together, and even get access to our live streams, where you can call in and...
Hey, did you know we technically have a Discord too? I mean, I hate when they run their ads in the middle of their thing. Here's 5 thoughts. But first, by the way, subscribe and send cookies and all those things. But we do actually have a Discord. I have a Discord, but we're kind of like, it's for the community, right? Including suggesting topics for future Hot Topic shows. That's a thing you can do there. You can join if you're into that sort of thing with the link on the website, betterthanember.com. I'm keeping the link on the website to mostly keep the trolls out. I'm sure there are going to be some trolls anyway, some very dedicated ones. But the bad faith people tend to not want to go to the website where I keep all the science because they don't want to see the science. So it's there if you want to join. Anyway, just throwing that out there to counter his apologetic of join our Discord.
ask your questions in real time. If you're loving the content, then Discord is where it gets even better. So become a member and join the server. See you there.
Thought number...
It was like a 20-second ad and it was way too long. Anyway.
1. Women should have positions of leadership. Romans chapter 16 verses...
That's a super deep thought. He's like, women should lead, just not with voices or something. What the fuck?
1 to 2. I commend to you our sister Phoebe, a servant of the church at Centrea, that you may welcome her in the Lord in a way worthy of the saints, and help her in whatever she may need from you, for she has been a patron of many and of myself as well. In this passage, Paul commended Phoebe to the church in Rome, along with many other men and women who played key roles in the early church. And in Romans chapter 16, Phoebe is listed among more than 24 people, including other women, to greet them and show them honor. And the first...
Greeting a person and showing them honor is not the same as a position of leadership.
No.
Right?
It honestly still feels like it's like, oh, honey, you can greet people.
Yeah, welcome. Paul sent a letter saying we should allow you in. Sit right here, and here's your face mask to shut the fuck up with.
The church I grew up in, women couldn't even do that. We could not do anything. We got to sit there. That was it.
Same. Oh, we could look after the kids in the daycare portion.
Oh, yeah, of course we could do that.
Yes, run the Sunday school because it's glorified babysitting. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
First thing to note is that Phoebe is mentioned first on this list in verse 1, and Paul described her as a servant and a patron. You see, Phoebe was a woman.
And if you want to be a patron, we've got that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first link down at the bottom of the screen, right under my head here, patreon.com/betterthenumber. Patrons get in the credits at the end of the videos, and they get early and ad-free access to every recorded video I managed to produce, which I realize has not been that many lately, but I'm trying, damn it. There's probably other perks too that I can't remember because I'm bad at my job, but we do have the ability for you to be a patron if you're into that kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it.
Who was believed to have a position of leadership in the early church, and her home church was in Centrea. And scholars believe that Phoebe was probably a leader because the word for servant is the same word that's used for deacon, which is an official position in the church as seen in 1 Timothy chapter 3.
So we're just doing the word games thing. So a servant means a deacon, and a deacon is a kind of leader. Therefore, being a servant means you're a leader. Is that about it?
To follow it, like, and I know they're dancing around the specific verse. It was like, you don't permit a woman to teach or whatever. But it feels like they're just dancing around the main issue instead of talking about it. Am I wrong there?
Well, he's also drawing it out because remember, it's a commercial video. He wants watch time, he wants clicks, and so forth. And so he's hiding the key verse to the very end and putting in as much fluff as he can before then.
Yeah.
So he's going to fluff us up for a while before he says, and also shut the fuck up. Get back in the kitchen.
Oh, Dr. Kip says Paul did not write this letter.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's one of the fake Pauls, the pseudo Paul or some, I forget what there's a term for it, and I am.
But don't try to tell them that.
Well, it's in the Bible. How could it be fake?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like Moses. It's scripture. It's more true than truth.
And they also believe she's a leader because of her being described as a patron.
Oh, that's it. She has the money. She's going to fund the church if you let her in. Money talks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being a woman, you cannot talk. But having money means you can talk. And it turns out capitalism has corrupted Christianity from the very fucking beginning, because they were like, if you have money, it overrides your gender and you now have the ability to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. But it is good to know. It's good to have it on record that the undue influence of rich people is not something that's only happened in the last 100 years or so. It's always been there.
Yeah. I hate to put us on a tangent, but someone in chat, Hellbound Hillbilly said something about Harold Camping. Why is that name familiar? I know the name, but it's not clicking. And they're talking about like
predicted the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the more famous ones. Let me see if I can find Harold Camping.
Yeah, he did it a few times, I think, because I looked all this up for the Rapture live stream I was going to do. That didn't end up happening.
I've been focusing on older things, I guess, for my Apocalypse Archive series that I've been doing on my channel, How to Rule an Asteroid. And I've done the Millerites was probably the most interesting one that really took off. Although not as interesting as shoving an egg back up inside a chicken like Mary did. That was a whole thing, unfortunately. That poor chicken. Sorry, I'm derailing.
Chicken. It's fucking it's fine. It's fine. We're tangenting anyway because, you know, people come here for the tangents, which is why we have a tangent emoji. If I can get to the right window, I'm doing too many things at once here,
And
folks.
anybody
Tangent.
who thinks women should be silent has clearly never seen this channel because we cannot shut the hell up. Can't do it.
True. But if you too come here for the tangents, we have a t-shirt for that as well. We're just all kinds of commercialism.
They are very, very comfortable and they fit great.
But also, if you need the channel, both of these folks and everybody else who drops by in this channel, all their links are on the website, betterthanever.com. All the damn resources are there for your convenience. Go to the creators link all the way on the right, almost all the way on the right. But the creators link right there, contributors to Java and Jugs and Hot Topic cast list.
And I actually have video 2 up that came out last night, which I'm so happy I finally got that thing out. So, yay.
Gotta watch that today. You do amazing crafts. I'm so excited for this new video.
Oh, my son, who's my editor, there's one part where I obviously wrote a joke into the script because I realized something later, but right after that is another part that I didn't tell him to do anything. And it's a part with me painting, but if you pay attention to it and go back to what I said, like you can see me seem like, do I want to do it this way or this way? And he put it in there and it was just, he's the best editor ever. So I was really happy with it.
I love that.
Yeah. Damn resource. So Hellbone Hillbilly says all the damn resources too. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but I do not have control of the damn show. That's Chris's thing. So I don't know what you mean. But maybe it's like a question to something someone else said in the chat. I don't know. Anyway, Harold's camping.
We have all the damn resources, and I think DAMN versus DAM. I think that's the only confusion there. If that
maybe again, my brain is very off today. It's as always, I'm doing my best, but it's a little more challenging than some other days. Harold camping. Here's our tangent. He came to fame back in 2011 as one of the most vocal, and for some reason people paid attention to his rapture predictions. It just, yeah. Anyway, here's a clip from way back then.
Day are popping up all over the U.S. Judgment Day is at hand, according to a Christian radio preacher in California. If 90-year-old Harold Camping's Bible-based calculations are correct, you shouldn't be making any plans past Saturday, May 21st.
On May 21, there's going to be a terrific earthquake, way, way greater than anything that the earth has ever experienced, and that'll be the beginning of Judgment Day.
Camping's followers are spreading the word. Some have quit jobs or school to prepare for the end.
Camping believes that only a tiny percentage of humanity will be swept up to heaven on Saturday. As for the rest of us, well, I'll see you in hell.
We have no plan.
I fucking love Al Jazeera.
It is going to happen.
That's valid.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A friend of mine lives not far from there, and they have it, or at least they had it before, where you can go and pay a fee and be like mayor for a day. And so she was going to do that for my 40th birthday. And we ended up not doing it, but she's like, when you come up here, I'm getting you mayor for a day, just so you can say you're mayor of hell for like the rest of your life. And like, you can pass like laws and stuff, and then they impeach you at the end of the day and undo everything you did. So, but I'm just like, I want to do that. I just want to be mayor of hell for a day. That would be nice.
So you could be the impeached mayor of hell. You're
Doesn't matter.
Such a horrible mayor. Hell kicked you out.
But see, here's the thing. One of my plans for one of my edicts is that my title would now be changed to Queen of Hell, and it cannot be changed ever. It is a lifelong title. And therefore, I will officially be the only Queen of Hell.
Well, not necessarily the only. I mean, there are other hells. That we have a hell up in the Adirondacks, which every time I pass by, I make a point of taking a selfie with the sign and being like, oh, look, I'm going through hell again.
Oh my God. I need to do that. I need to do like a road trip and go to like all the hells.
Man, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah. There's, where is it Grand Cayman Island? There's a hell. I know Norway has a hell, obviously, because
Well, I want to go
hell.
to Norway. Yeah, the mountains there look beautiful.
And you
Norway would be
realize if we do go to Norway, we have to drop by and visit Deviant, even though she hasn't dropped by and visited
Yes.
us in a couple of days.
Bestie, yes. We have to go see the bestie.
Yeah,
And I hope
yeah.
she watches this back.
She may, if she can find the replay channel. But yeah, Deviant has been like, it's not my story and I don't have all the details, but Deviant's been public about moving, and she's been at the old place, which apparently doesn't have power or internet. So her watching of things is very, very, very limited until she gets back to power in internet land. That's why she hasn't been around, as I understand it.
And I won't bother her about miniatures for a little bit then. But just a little bit.
Just a little.
Oh, fair enough. All right, let's continue with our silly friends. Oh, incidentally, there was no giant earthquake on May 21st. Not anywhere in the world.
Like
Not even at all.
Yeah, like the biggest we can even have on the planet is maybe a 10.0. Maybe. Like that's about the biggest we can have. Because otherwise I think anything over like 12 would like rip the earth in half or something.
Well, it's a magnitude scale, right?
Yeah. It's a
So
log
a
through it.
9.1 is
Yeah.
10 times more powerful than a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, to get it up to
Yeah.
a 10, you're like rending continents.
Yeah. Yeah, it's based on how long the fault line is that ruptures, and after about magnitude, like after a little bit past magnitude 10, like there's not a fault line on Earth that's that big, and like 12 would go all the way around it. So yeah.
I don't
like
know.
earthquakes.
I know people there have been horror movies, disaster horror movies, like, you know, the rip-offs of Volcano and rip-offs of Armageddon, and one of them, I think I got a box set because I love bad horror movies, including
Yes!
disaster movies. Like
Yes!
they're not even B movies, they're like C movies, right?
No, they're like D tier, but they're awesome. They're
For
so
real,
bad, they're funny.
it's so fun, like Sharknado, you know, it's just
Yes!
so bad. But it was a 2 DVD pack. It was category 6 and magnitude 10 or whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know what you're talking about, and I have that one. I kid you not, I've got it somewhere.
They made a sequel, category 7.
Oh no. I think I've seen that. Like I used to watch them on sci-fi all the time because they'd have them running like all weekends on the bad sci-fi movies. And at least I like the fact that sci-fi kind of embraced that these were terrible movies, but they were so entertaining because they were that bad.
Did you ever see Piranha?
Yes.
I'm tangenting upon tangents now, but
Yes,
like,
that
oh,
was
I
a good
I
one.
love these movies so much. They're so
bloody.
awful.
There is the classic one that a lot of people didn't realize was supposed to be jokey and that bad, but it's also what started my son into liking movies like this was Tremors, the original
Oh
one.
gosh. I've even seen the
I love that one.
show. The show was interesting too.
The Tremors 2 and 3 are so terrible. They're awesome.
The first one scared me a little the first time I saw it.
Same here. I was a
After that, it just
kid.
got silly. I used them in a D&D campaign.
Oh my god, yes.
In high school, my friends bullied me into DMing in the middle of the night, like off the cuff campaign. So I'm doing that storyteller thing where you just like create the thing off the top of your head. And so they were in the Forgotten Realm setting, and they were trying to get to Myth Draenor, and they pissed off an elf guarding the woods who cursed them with a hallucination from another dimension. And they spent the rest of the campaign running through the forest from the Tremors worms.
Nice.
They could not figure out how to kill the damn things.
Oh my god.
And none of them had seen Tremors. I don't know. But Tremors has been back in the zeitgeist again recently, partly because there's the studio that originally created it has the rights back from whoever's been sitting on them for the
Nice.
past few years. So they may make another. And also because the Facebook group, one Facebook group, there's probably more than one because they're so incredible. It's a meme group where people take screenshots from the films and put captions on them to make them funny. And since this last election in the US, the Red Hats have been trying to be edgy, but the person who runs the group is a trans person. And so the people who've been making trans memes to piss off the edgelords have just been owning it, and it's been
Oh,
delightful.
I might have to join this group. I might have to get my Facebook back just to do that.
There you go. Speaking of apps, Jester sends us a super chat for $5. Thank you so much, Jester. And I'm sorry it took me a minute to get to this one. But Jester says, I still want an app that notifies me every time hell freezes over. And that's valid. That should be an app. That there's a demand. They could sell ads or something. Someone like that.
I was going to say I live in Texas. I can let him know whenever it freezes over. Kelly!
I am
The
here.
queen of
And I just
Detroit
realized I do
atheism.
not have my glasses down here. So I have to wear my goggles, foot goggles.
Yeah,
I
I
don't feel
feel
like going
like
up. I don't have to run. I
I've
don't
just,
feel like going upstairs and getting them. So
yeah,
here
I
we
can't
are.
leave my eyes where I normally do because then you can't see anything because of reflections. So I have to like wear them
Yeah.
on my nose.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I sometimes I just walk around without them, but I want to see the comments. But how is everybody today? So this is what I have to wear when I go to work. These things protect my eyes.
That's all good.
No,
My
I'm gonna wear them without them. No, I can't wear them. No.
do whatever
I
makes you
can't do it.
comfortable.
I
I
just
want
can't see the
use your
comments
my
today.
fucking
That's all. How is
sunglasses. I'm over
everybody
here.
though?
I should have started the show with these because I didn't have time to do my eye makeup this morning. So
Wait,
I'm
what do
just
you have
like,
on? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Oh, those are cool
Love
though.
those. Yeah.
Those are
I
awesome.
hate now. Now I have the fact that I need glasses to see far and near.
Oh, I did
Yes.
not realize how bad my eyesight has gotten until I went to like film videos because I wanted to film it without the glasses so there's no like weird reflection, and I can't read the damn script on my computer.
Exactly.
And so like I had to blow up the text and everything. And the funny thing is in this last video, you can see me kind of like looking at it and being like, what does that say? I'm just
I
like,
can't
oh,
see nothing now.
I was just
Like I
like,
put my
yeah, I was too hot and too tired by the time like I got around to filming the like where I'm explaining what's going on or what's going on with the topic. So I'm just like, if I make it through the script, I make it through the script.
I need a CNI dog pretty soon. I need to order me a CNI dog.
we need a seeing eye dog to read a script for us. But Lil, I do understand what it's like to be too hot.
Yes.
No, seriously, I'm
You're
like
the other kind
constantly-
of too
I
hot.
have to
It's
run a
just
heater all summer because of the air conditioning issues in this house. But because the heater's running, sometimes in the middle of a show I start overheating because I can't get to my heater to control it from here.
I ran my AC so hard this summer, and I've only had the AC for about 3 years. We completely blew it out and like had to get a new one on like a day and a half notice. Like couldn't even get repaired because they didn't have a repairman that was going to be able to look at it. And one of our friends looked at it and was like, yeah, you're probably just gonna have to get a new one anyway. So we're just like, okay, because the next 3 or 4 days it was supposed to be like over 105. And I'm like, we are not staying here with the house that hot. Like we're getting an AC now.
And if you discover that you've blown it out, head on over to adamandeve.com. Enter code Brentley at checkout for 50% off.
Andrea said something to
almost
me.
any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the full order. Still not my ad. Still not sponsored. But I fucking love that ad. Pirate.
That was the best one ever.
Jerry says, Kelly, I realized I was old the day I was trying to read something, and I was like, too close, too far, too close, too far. Oh, I understand what's happening. That's a fucking mood.
Yeah.
I know, because I was like, wait. I got my contacts in and I still can't see what the hell this says. What does this
I
say?
need glasses. I just ran over them with my minivan.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Shouldn't do
last
that.
Oh no.
last time
I'm
I
I need
got
a new
good.
prescription anyway.
yeah, last time I got glasses because like I was having because everything was slightly blurry, so of course I thought that like my vision had gone down. Went to the optometrist and he's like, "Your prescription is exactly the same. Your glasses are just scratched to all hell." I'm like, "Oh, well, that makes sense."
I really feel
Pesky
like I need to
scratches.
get my other glasses. I look like a weirdo.
Yeah, I hate these. These were like the cheapest ones available at Walmart when I got them, and I hate
Yeah,
these. I want to get new ones.
yeah, these are my work ones. Ugh, ugh.
Yeah, because they got to have the vision and the safety thing. I had
Mhm.
sunglasses. I actually do still have sunglasses like that are also like safety wraparound
Yeah,
glasses, technically.
I have. Yeah, I have some somewhere from when I worked in labs, but it's been a while.
If I can
Yeah.
ever afford a fossil preparator kit, I have to get glasses like you guys are talking about because the rock coming up at the eyes, but I want to be able to see, right? So I guess I'm gonna
Mhm.
have to get like some prescription goggles if I want to not be blind.
Or we could all be cyborgs and trade out our eyeballs for like little cameras with like zoom lenses and shit. I mean, I realized it's unpleasant having a cybernetic eyeball in your eye socket, but how cool it is to be able to zoom into shit with your eyeball.
But the question is how delicate's the camera?
Because I just knew by now that I was gonna be the bionic woman.
Because think about it, you can walk into an area that has like radiation stuff, and you can see fine. But you watch it back on film, and there's little errors all over the place for the radiation particles.
That's a good point. The interference with electronics could any kind of that. Like if you get too close to a microwave, you'll start seeing lines.
I'm just sitting here thinking that I have just deferred the whole conversation. And why are we even saying anything anyway? Because then we supposed to be silent. We supposed to stay in our place.
Supposed to be, but when have we ever done anything we are told?
We
That's
supposed to be
that's
in our
that's the
place.
joke, is we're talking quite extensively when we're supposed to be silent, according to the man. But yeah, we should get back on track if we want to actually. Whoa, shit, wrong. What did I do? What did I do? This one. Damn it. I don't like to be big unexpectedly.
To someone who provided shelter, funding, or other support for the church. And also note that Paul asked the Roman church to assist her in whatever business or help that she had need of. So basically, listen to her and take care of her. And on
take her money.
But notice it doesn't say that you have to actually act on anything that she says. You just have to sit there, shut up, and let her ramble.
Well, there's a difference between rambling and leading, like just because a person is a leader doesn't mean they necessarily are going to ramble. Like, believe it or not, I actually can get to a point from time to time. For instance, Aunt Jer says, Ember, isn't that how the eye works anyway? Doesn't your eye automatically focus? For certain values of automatically, there's two systems. There's your brain's systems. Well, there's more than two, but to keep it simple, to keep from rambling, there's the neurological feedback system that tells the eye when it's out of focus based on what the center of your attention is. And that's all automatic, but it's not like computerized. It's your actual organic brain. It's just not your conscious mind doing it. And the other system is the muscles. And so if either one gets a little squishy, usually it's the muscles, then your ability to focus stops being as automatic. It's rough, but it is amazing how well it works. Like you can just look from something that's 6 feet away to something that's 6 inches away, and your eyes will just focus.
Yeah,
when they're working properly. You can make them not if you work on it and concentrate and figure out how. But yeah, see, I don't always ramble. I only do it for comedic effect. That's the ticket.
Top of that, some Bible scholars also attribute Phoebe with delivering this letter to the Romans because Paul in Romans chapter 16 verses 1.
Wait. So she brought a book, effectively, a book that said you should take this woman seriously. And it's the bearer of the book. That's like me showing up with a book that says everything in this book is true and you should listen to the person holding it, you know? Oh wait, that's actually how Christians do things, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. And also, as the human-shaped Dr. Kip pointed out, this isn't actually what it's called, letters.
I was going to try to get her to make a cameo, but she probably off with her sticks.
That's a good one. Human shape.
Human shape Dr. Kip. I like that one. I'm gonna have to start using that one.
Yeah, we need precision of language.
The 2 does say that Paul himself commends her and that he desires for them to receive her and do what she asks. And just so you know, carriers.
And if you want to receive her and do what she asks.
Great minds think alike.
That's right.
It's
That's
funny
right.
how much windows we say during the course of these episodes. It's just hilarious.
I love innuendos.
Of letters weren't done.
What's that?
I said I love innuendos.
I know.
And then
That's why we're friends.
I know.
Puns and all the
right down
cleverness.
to the shows that are like the innuendo. That's what she said. That I am immature AF.
Yeah, do what she says. Sound like some
Hey.
BDSM's over there.
You know you're older when your kid says something that just fits that perfectly, and you say that's what she said, and they look at you like you're crazy because they have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I don't know
she's a
what
hoe.
these girls now are talking about when they now I'm like, no, but the girl they called a sewing bust down. Now, when I was growing up, that was not what a sewing was called. Bust down was not that. I was gonna say that. When you got a bust down, that was not hair.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this one thing reminds me of, like, you'll see, it reminds me of, like, apologists that you'll see how they use, like, the specific language of, say, the NIV or something, or the King James Version to make their point. And it's like, do you not realize that language changes? That words that used to mean one thing do not mean that anymore. They mean something completely different.
Exactly.
It's been known to happen. Like one that's been coming up a lot recently, and I think human-shaped Dr. Kid pointed this one out too. Is that when the Bible says, when it references all these little ones, the apologists just kind of make it out as if it means children, and because it sounds kind of like it might be a euphemism for children, people are supposed to just go along with
I mean, to be fair, it does sound like that, especially in English Bibles.
In English, in a modern presentation. But in actuality, Jesus was talking about his disciples. So,
He knows something we don't?
Sends a super chat of $2 and says, in your endo or in my endo? Thank you, Jester. And I'm just like,
Yes,
I don't know.
thank
When
you.
people say endo, like I get the old joke about in your endo, but also I keep thinking of endocrinologists because that's a big part of my life at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Andrew says I have to take birth control to control my endo. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Done by Amazon employees who didn't know details on what was being delivered, but instead they were delivered by trusted people who could answer questions and help explain the contents of the letter. And I say all of this to help you understand that Phoebe was a woman who seemed to be elevated in terms of position, and that the same word that was used to describe deacon was used to describe her. And on top of that,
I'm also
the Old
elevated, by
Testament.
the way.
What's that?
I am also elevated, by the way. possibly more so than Phoebe.
I wish I was elevated. I was just on the.
I would assume much more
I-
than Phoebe. Notice, I just totally realized this. Like when he said woman, notice how he says woman. Like it's a like. Can you believe this? Like it's
Yeah, okay,
standard
I
that she's a
was
woman.
thinking,
I'm like,
yeah.
like bitch, a woman gave birth to you. Like come on.
Of course, women are equal. Look at this one example Paul singled out to be treated like a full human. So it happened once, and therefore sexism is over. After she paid him. But also, Jess, you've been so exalted. People have been writing love poetry about you recently, haven't
Yes,
they?
Oh my
indeed, and it's
god.
I
awesome.
need to
It's
share my love
awesome.
poetry too. He wrote me one also.
Oh yes. I want to hear Kelly's poetry too.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh my
Give me
god.
1 second. Yes, he wrote me one too. Give me a second. I gotta find it.
It's gonna be
Might
the
take.
best tangent.
See,
Yes.
now I also have to start doing atheist content just so I can get my own love poem.
Yeah, I watched your video popped up and I was walking in the door, so I watched it as soon as I walked in.
Oh, it's fresh, is it? Where do you keep finding these? Does he leave them in comments on your videos, or?
Yeah, he comments saying I'm gonna feature you. And then
you look.
at which time, so for me it was like 10:30 at night,
And that's what
and
he
I
told
didn't
me, yep.
stay up. Yeah. So the next day I checked it and I was like, "Oh my gosh." I thought I had too
Yes.
much time on my hands, but it was a lovely poem about my hair
It was fantastic.
and my septum was mentioned. I made a whole video
I'm
about it.
trying to find it because I don't think I even kept it
So,
on.
Andrew, who are we talking about? I was trying not to get into the specific person and just reference the love poem because Jess made a
Okay.
video about it. And Jess is so close to 1,000 subscribers. Go to How to Rule an
Am
Asteroid and hit the
Oh, here
damn
we go.
button.
This
Would you?
is
And
it.
watch
Hold
some
on.
videos while you're there.
Subscribe to
Okay.
all.
So
But
this
what
was
was this
8.
fucker's
He
name?
wrote my poem 8 days ago.
James
The,
something?
yeah, James
Yeah.
Fraser. James
Yeah.
Fraser's name.
Okay.
This is my wonderful poem I wrote. He wrote about me. There was an old lady who lived in his shoe. That's a different story than I'm gonna tell you. This child of the devil wants to be seen, a lost soul who goes by Detroit Atheist Queen. She is living her best life without religious doctrine, causing her strife. One day soon, it won't be long, she'll realize she's absolutely wrong. God will break her, it's just a matter of time. Then she will know everything's not fine. One more thing you need to know, she has a live video with Jezebel Joe. Stay tuned, folks, for more story time. Tadpole again in all his glory. Another repeat of the same old story. A stew of rat funk for all to see. Look at the screenshot if you don't believe me.
The thing I don't understand about the posts that he does is the tadpole reference.
Yeah, what the hell? But yeah, that's funny.
Right?
That's funny.
Is it like the frogs in the Pacific Northwest, maybe?
I don't know, but that's funny though.
Unfortunately for him, there's also a porn star named Tadpole.
Oh, it is? I
So
didn't know
every
that.
time I
Of
read
course.
that, I'm like, "Oh, the porn star? I don't know what he's referring
I
to.
didn't know it was.
I
I have
don't
no
either.
idea."
It's pretty great though. Oh my goodness.
The old lady who lived in a shoe. I do have 5 kids, so maybe
I know. I'm like
That's
his
not the
first
kids. I don't know what to
couplet.
do. I say, "Oh, maybe that's
His
why."
first couplet is a ripoff of another poem, and then a line saying "Never mind that." Like that, those two lines could be removed and change nothing about the poem.
That's
The
funny.
fuck?
Can we
Yes.
show the little one that I did the stupid reading of, or would that mess with copyright stuff?
It's your video. If you don't copyright claim this show, then it's not an issue. So yeah,
Oh,
we can
okay.
do that. It's pretty
'Cause
neat
I
that
am
way.
ridiculous.
It's true. It's pretty great. While you're grabbing that, Jester sends us another super chat for $2. Thank you
You
so
rock,
much, Jester.
Jester.
And says, "Why be queen of hell when there is air and darkness? Darkness.
Doesn't
Ooh, I
doesn't
can be
quite carry
queen.
the same gravitas though, especially with the
I can be
people.
queen of darkness."
Ooh, indeed.
Who said somebody said hi to me? Who said that? Oh, hello, tilting wind meal. See, I can't see even with these on. How are you?
And yours quick with the links and has Jess's poem. So let's take a list. It's short because it's a YouTube short. And yeah, let's do the thing while I'm being
And Jill
heard but
Rock,
not seen.
she's a good admin, great admin. I need to hire her when I get big.
All right. I think yeah, okay. We should be good. Here we go.
In a land far, far away, I picked up this clown today. Lime green hair, without a care, seeking attention, wanting others to stare. She, her is so confused. Does it know what restroom is to be used? A nose ring, trying to be a freak. The first clown I picked up this week. A child of the devil who's being deceived. On that great day will be relieved. Won't be a skeptic anymore. And that's a fact. A home at the lake and won't never come back.
Now you read your poem really nice. I said mine are boring. Like that really was that was nice. Yeah. But I was like, I didn't want to give him in any form of I didn't
Acknowledgement.
want I didn't want to give him no form. Nope. I didn't respond to him or nothing. I just laughed and just kept it moving.
Like I was up at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep and I got that and I was like, this is what I need to do. I had the idea and I was like, it's a terrible idea, Jess, but we did it anyway and here we are
Awesome.
and
It's
That
like
was
No
awesome,
terrible ideas
yeah.
around here.
it's
Yeah,
easily one
it
of the best things I've
was. It
seen
was
this
fucking
week. So
awesome. I was like, yeah, Equinox said it's fucking awesome. Yeah, it was.
yo.
I was just like, nope, I'm not even gonna give him the time of day. I just laughed at it and kept it moving.
Hey, both valid responses. I mean, the important thing is to laugh at them.
Yeah, oh
And
yeah,
like
that's what
whether
it
they're
is.
haters or
Funny.
precepts or whatever. But like if you want to do it publicly and like extra shame them and make some content out of it that, eventually might yield some financial gains, fucking amazing,
yeah.
I put it on Facebook. He was about to be clowning me at 10:30, but yeah.
Does and you're like the snapping. I know. I was like, oh, it's like a real poetry reading.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like.
I tried to make it a little authentic, as they say, and to sound as much like William Shatner as I possibly could.
The only
That was
proper way to
great,
read
though.
poetry. Have you ever
That
heard
was
Shatner
great.
read poetry? It's
Like the
wild.
No, I
logo
haven't.
poetry.
But I tell you who's getting into poetry now, and that's Smokey Robinson. And it's really good too. Yeah. But he's a songwriter, so it doesn't really shock me.
Sure, songs and poems are the same thing, just with or without music.
Yeah.
Well, not always. Like we in the United States, especially, but broadly the English-speaking world, we've been spoiled by Shakespeare and others who tend to write and rhyme in couplets with certain measure and whatnot. That's only one form poetry can take. They don't have to rhyme. They don't have to have a certain measure. They can have a different measure. They can have complex, complicated rhyme schemes that you might not even realize are rhyme schemes until you're like 3 hours into reading this epic and you're like, wait a second, there is a repetition. It's just long and woven. It's wild. That was the point of poetry back in the day, was to show off your vocabulary and your ability to twist language in very specific ways and still say what you want to say. It's like challenge mode English, because English isn't hard enough in the first place. Yeah.
Hey,
All
apparently
right.
we also need to do a watch party of Tank Girl going on in the comments as well.
Yes.
I think I need to rewatch it as well. I need to rewatch
Oh,
Tank Girl.
I'm
Mm.
excited. So my first video that I did Sunday, my interview, I ended up making one of them a short, and that short is like 1,400 people watched it. Well, my people subscribed, but I said, okay, well that's one achievement. The one video has 1,400 people viewed it.
Cool. Yeah, conversion rates are
Awesome.
hard. You're
Yeah.
rarely gonna get like for example, our friend Eric over at Skeptics and Scoundrels, his
Yeah.
first video.
Amazing channel.
Yeah, he's a great dude. His
Yeah.
his first video, well, it may have been a second video, but whatever. His first video to actually make it big that caught the attention of Godless Engineer and wound up getting him on the line and all those other things. It was Could God Not Kill Children? And it got over 100,000 views in like a week, but he only
Wow.
ended up with 5,000 subscribers. And don't get me wrong, that's nothing to sneeze at. I've been doing this for 3 years and I'm not even close to 5,000 subscribers.
No.
But to get 100,000 views
Mhm.
and
I'm
only
not close to
5,000
1,000.
subscribers, and that's a relatively good conversion rate, you know?
Yeah.
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 So it's hard.
I
And
was just reading Aunt Jer's comment. Sorry.
if you think it's hard, never mind. I just got to throw it out there. Yeah, Andrew says, I got into an argument with someone at work about rhyming poetry. He thought I was lying that poetry doesn't need to rhyme. He was very adamant. I was shocked at how stupid he was. My bar for shocked has been moving. I mean,
Yeah.
it always has been over the course of my life. Like I as a child, I'd be like, surely no adult can possibly be stupider than this. And it just keeps going down. But this past year, it's on a fucking rocket sled to hell.
Yeah.
It's like unreal. Like it's literally, it's to the point that I am convinced we live in a simulation. Because there is no way actual humans are this fucking stupid. They cannot be that dumb and live. They have to be NPCs that are programmed to be that way. Just my hypothesis, though. I don't know.
Also has women in positions of leadership, like Deborah, who was a judge over the people of Israel, Miriam, who along with Moses and Aaron led the Israelites, and Esther, who was a queen that also led and protected her people.
So here's a few specific women who had specific leadership roles. Okay, cool. You can be a judge, you can be a leader, you can be queen, but you can't be a pastor. Like, if I can rule the fucking country, but I can't speak to the church, fuck off. Fuck them.
So if women had positions of leadership in both the Old and New Testament, then I would argue that women today should also have positions of leadership. And the reason why is found in thought number 2.
Well, to be clear, people should have positions of leadership if they deserve them, regardless of whether they're a male or female or something else. It shouldn't be, women we should set aside a few spaces for, no, fuck that. People should have the position they deserve without regard, not in spite of the fact they're, no, just stop being a fucking bigot.
Women can lead with them. Women can lead amongst each other, but not a man. I don't care how much knowledge you have or how much capability you have. When it comes to leading a man, that's where the problem lies. And that's where I was in a position in my church, where I led a lot of women, but I better not say anything to a man.
Fucking crazy shit. All right, let's hear thought number 2.
Women should be seen as significant within the church. First,
the same as everyone else. Like, women should not just also be there, but like should matter, and not just for bake sales and bullshit.
Corinthians chapter 12, verses 4-6. Now, there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are varieties of service, but the same Lord. And there are varieties of activities, but it is the same God who empowers them all in everyone. In this passage,
well, that was a whole lot of nothing verse.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Paul spent time correcting the Corinthian church about their misunderstandings about spiritual gifts and how they should contribute to the unity of the church. And he wrote,
I don't know that Paul really talked about spiritual gifts. Like when Paul and most people, and don't get me wrong, fuck Paul, but when Paul, like most people, talks about gifts, they mean like you're extra strong, so it's easier for you to lift entire logs or stones to help build the new church, or you're extra fast, so it's easier for you to carry messages. These are gifts from God. Like they're tangible. They're not like, oh, you can spiritually discern demons in the fucking dream catcher's better or some shit. Fucking hell.
reminded them that even though believers have different gifts, with some being more showy than others, they have all come from the same God. So because these gifts come from God himself, the church should obviously look at all the different gifts that God has given to men and women and use them all for the kingdom.
That's right. Use your followers like tools. What a great
really
line.
weird.
Honestly, one problem that I have with the church is them pushing women to the side and leaving all of the leading to only the men. Like, I do get that churches have biblical reasoning for elders or pastors only being allowed to be men, but sometimes they'll take that thought, carry it too far, and then take that as a reason to restrict women from having other leadership roles.
We have biblical reasons, but remember, folks, everything in the Bible is contradicted by something else in the Bible. Like, there's another thing you can find linked on betterthanumber.com is a list of it's like an interactive website of Bible contradictions, and you can look up any verse and it will show you the other verses that contradict that verse. Like, all of them are contradicted.
Yeah. That's one thing with my old church. My pastor was like, women and men equal in my church. I don't care what they say. So he always had me go up there in the pulpit all the time. That's one thing that I will say about him. And he also married a lesbian couple. And so a lot of people left. They said that was against God. But, it is what it is.
It's true. It is indeed what it is. All right. I should have mentioned at the start of the show, I have been noticing that about half of the audience leaves between 12:15 and 12:30 Eastern time every day. They just, boop, gone. What the hell happens at 12:15, 12:30? Is another show coming on and I'm just not aware of it? I should have mentioned
that's
at the
what
beginning so that when people leave, they're like, okay, this is what's happening. Like, I mean, people don't have to announce their departure, but it's half the audience every day at about this time. There's something happening and I want to know.
Do we get boring at this time?
Maybe. I don't know. It's crazy. I've been I actually told the girls before we started that I'm going to try to aim for 90 minutes. We're probably not going to hit it today, but I want to try to aim for 90 minutes because half the audience leaves about this time. So, it just, oh, goodness.
It's almost like they don't give about their own mission.
If you want to read a thing, just read the thing. Say whose it is, and we'll bring it up.
Oh no, because I can't really see, so I don't really want to read it right. But it's a Rochester Swift.
Yeah, Rochester says it's almost like they didn't give a shit about their own sadomasochism, isn't it?
Mhm.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh, Andrew solved it. It's pooping time.
Oh, that's what it is. That coffee got to him.
That's the problem. We're always with the coffee. And by the way, if we had a church, what do you think we should name it? I'm tempted to do a poll, but I'll forget about the poll. I don't want to have to remember it. But we were discussing, like, if we
Remember
founded a church.
Leah, what the church you at that
Yeah, Ryan was bringing up in the ladies' chat. If we
what
had a
your
church,
let me pull it up. What your church was? That was funny, Leo.
yeah, I was thinking like Our Ladies of Perpetual Creamer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you said the hold on.
Yeah, so there was a nun order for the religion.
No, what did you say down? You put the
That
jogging
was an
jugs
awesome
in
one.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you were going to name our church, what would you suggest? Chat. Let me know. Or comments. You know, if you're watching in the future, hello future people. Tell me in the comments. I see them eventually. We'll talk about it on a future show, probably, maybe. Which reminds me, I should say what the hell is coming up.
Yes.
Because if, you know, I should mention a couple of times throughout the course of the show, but again, I am bad at my job. And I can't announce everything perpetually. Our Lady of Perpetual announcements for that. I don't know. But next week we have some great shows lined up. A really big show. Where the hell? Okay, there's today. Saturday, debate review with Mark Reed. Leo Phyllis will be joining me. That's in the evening. Sunday, Ember in the evening. Scary Scripture. A while back, Ryan suggested a book of like scriptures that are terrifying, and I want to take a look at it. And Ryan, you're welcome to join if you happen to be up and about at that time. That'll be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. But hot topics, as always, weekdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. And we're starting with Monday is the ideal female. Tuesday is I can't read the damn thing. It's too small. My monitor is shit, folks. I have a substitute fit, not phone. I have a substitute monitor. Everything is awful, but we're doing our best. Single extraterrestrials near you. Amazing. I scheduled these weeks ago, so I barely remember what I was thinking at the time. Wednesday, meet at Death. Thursday, Coffee Girls. And Friday, Feminist Friday. Suddenly, Schopenhauer. The fuck is up with all the Schopenhauer lately? We're going to find out. We're going to get into it. Make sure you join us every day next week. It will be fun. Hopefully. Asterisk.
Also, I was just gonna say I am going to pop off of here because I have got a massive migraine brain. So,
Oh Lord.
Feel
yeah,
better, Lil.
I will. It's kind of a fact of life with me. I've had migraines since I was like in my early teens, and I'm 40 now, so it's 30 years of dealing with them. So, but alrighty, guys.
Toodles. Get
Bye.
some rest.
Bye.
I
Drink
will.
some fluids. Have
Thanks.
some
Bye.
soup of some soup. Some kind
So,
of soup.
so Monday and Tuesday after your show, I'm having 2 of my live streams after that. And I've talked with Steve just so hopefully you can be a part of it. We're gonna have I do the activism, talking to people do activism. And so I want to do a Canadian takeover episode. So
You want to invade Canada?
yeah. You have to have you, Steve, and maybe Jason will be on there. That'll be a cool episode.
That'd be cool.
I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but it'll be in the future, in your future. Maybe
Well,
next week
Canada's
sometime.
invading you then.
Yes, Canadian the
Oh,
Canadian takeover. Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm letting you know that Jess is my emotional support Canadian. You cannot have her.
It's funny because Casey Gleason has an emotional support Canadian too, and now I get to be one, and I
Yes.
feel special. Thank you.
Yes. Steve already said that I'm his, that he's mine also. So I have 2. He says I have
I think
extra
that's
room for
allowed.
you. He said I have extra room for you. So there you go. I can go from Jess to his house.
Hell yeah. Justin from Yahooligan, and the channel is now called This Justin, which is an
Kim
amazing
said
name.
he's also spoken for. If you want to come on my Canadian Takeover show, your episode, I would love to have you as well.
Yeah, he told me at one point, if I can just get to the damn border, he can help me escape.
True. We got you covered at multiple bridge locations.
The Underground Railroad, only better.
I
You'll be
mean,
like,
we're kind of doing that, actually. I don't know if you heard, but there's some passport shenanigans. We're here in the US, we're doing our level best to keep us gender diverse people trapped in the country. We're like,
Are you serious?
as
I'm
things
tired.
stand
I'm
right
tired.
now, it's a response to various executive orders, and it's not really being enforced because of the government shutdown, but there's a policy currently in place that's affected the Customs and Border Protections. Oh, what the hell is it called? It's an information system where you import passport data, and effectively it makes it impossible for people with non-binary markers on their passports to leave or enter the United States, because the system will just reject their passport.
So my my child's in trouble then. Okay.
Yeah,
Gee.
but again, it's not as bad as it sounds, and a lot of people have made it out to be, but also it only affects air carriers. You can still leave by a land border or on a ship, for example. Just throwing that out there for anybody who needs to hear it. Speaking of things we all need to hear, Jester sends a super chat for $5. Thank you, Jester. And says, this episode brought to you by the Mermaid Queen of Air, Darkness, and Giggle Fits. Fuck yeah. I'm not sure which one of us said it. I'm pretty sure it's Lil, because the mermaid thing, but I mean, it kind of could be anybody. It's all good. All right, let's try to finish this damn thing. I think I may skip ahead to thought 5 here, because we're running out of hour. Let's see. Where is it? Fucking Bible verses, equip and empower, help and support. Oh, Jesus. I should have made timestamps. There we go. Thought 5. Women should. Let's see where this goes.
Should not be overseers. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12.
Well, that's his answer then, isn't it? But I mean, what do you mean? If you're saying women can be queens, women can be rulers, women can be leaders, women can be saints, but they should not be overseers. For some biological reason, I guess? The fuck is what do you mean? I can rule an empire and take care of my subjects, but how dare I just read a passage from the magic book in front of a small group of people? Because of my boobs, the fuck is the problem? It's true, boobs do block sound from going to the microphone. That's why we all have microphones on stands and things. It's true, yeah.
I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. Okay.
So Paul does not. Paul is sexist. Therefore, it's Christian to be sexist. He doesn't even see Jesus commanded or the Lord has guided me to this. He just says, I do not. It's very clearly a Paul thing. Fucking hell.
Okay. So when it comes to the question of whether women are allowed to be pastors, to be upfront with you, I would argue that the answer to that question is no. But
because all these other things that I've cited, never mind that. Paul has this one thing that happens to align with my preferred conclusion. Therefore, that's the correct conclusion because I preferred it. That's the epistemology here.
I didn't want that answer to take away from what we explained in the first 4 points of this video. Because everything that we said, we believe to be true, but at the same time, I do not think that Paul teaches that women should be pastors or elders over the church specifically.
Which it doesn't make sense, not only because of all the other stuff that was said, Like, why is the church different from all these other positions of leaderships? But also, why do we care what Paul said?
Yeah.
Like, he wrote some letters about the two churches, like saying, get your shit together, fam. He didn't even set himself up as like the dictator of all things holy. He was just making a case that what these other crazy Christians running around saying is real because he had a magic vision, and this is how he thinks things should be run in these specific church. Like, he doesn't even set himself up as like the first pope. He's just saying what he thinks, you know?
And while some of you will disagree with us on our stance, I would challenge you to hear where we're coming from and understand why we believe what we believe. So
I would challenge you to not try to correct us or tell us how we're wrong, but just understand we're not going to change our minds, no matter what facts or evidence you present.
in this passage, Paul wrote to Timothy, who was serving in Ephesus, which was a city that struggles with false teaching and division. So he gave...
How do we know what's false teaching? Like, do we have like a magical seeing stone? We can put the teaching into a hat with the rock and stick our face in the hat like Joseph Smith and be like, oh shit, this teaching is false. It doesn't glow in the dark when I put it in with the magic rock. Like, how do you know what's false teaching? Or what's true teaching for that matter? That's a better question. By what mechanism do you determine what is a true teaching other than fucking vibes? Oh, I get the sense from this one that it's got the magical carpenter ghost is within these words. Holy shit.
Or it's what you
Timothy,
say.
pastoral instruction.
What's that?
I said, oh, it's just what you say. You don't really have any authority to make the decision or not.
Isn't it great that like people who have no authority to make decisions are using authority to make a decision about other people's authority to make decisions?
Exactly.
Like, I'm just declaring I have the authority and I'm deciding you don't. Who asked you? Who the fuck asked Paul for that matter? Like, as far as I can tell, no one ever asked Paul. Like, he just went, I've had a vision. Now you all must do as I say. Like, I mean, in fairness, the false prophets of today do the same thing. Like the rapture guy we heard from earlier, or the rapture guy from a couple of weeks ago, or any of the preachers running around being like, we need to counter this socialism, this empathy, this caring about other people. It's destroying our country, and God has cursed us. You must do as I say because I said so, you know? Fucking hell.
I didn't realize Ryan's comment way earlier. Okay.
Oh, Ryan's comment?
Yeah.
I didn't know we made it official, Kip.
I guess when he said, I already have someone spoken for, when we talked about the emotional support Canadian.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I am also spoken for. I always imagined that Kip would end up with Dr. Josh, but you know, it's hard to say. Jester says the Book of Ember is full of true teachings, the one written by Jess and Lilith.
Craft that actually.
I feel some kind of way. I'm not part of the book.
They just bring out the Book of Ember for things. Oh my gosh.
I know.
We now have a project.
But you can't write it though.
No, I won't be any.
No, you're gonna write it. But it's
Jester has declared. It's been declared. It is known.
Yes. Yes.
That's how these things work. Once they're declared, that's it. Oh no, Dr. Kip says fuck Josh. He can look after himself. I mean, if you can imitate Kent Hovind, you can do anything, I suppose. Oh my. I actually do have a channel called Book of Ember where I was putting like transition updates and things, but then the hate got a little out of control and the videos weren't reaching any of the people they were supposed to reach. So I stopped doing that. But the channel does still exist and I may put something there someday again. I actually
Yeah.
thought about putting the Hot Topic 24-hour, 24/7 replay on that channel, but I'm like, it fits better on Java and Jugs, which is already live stream enabled, so I can put a live there as is. So if you're not aware, it's easier to make a channel able to do live streams than it once was, but it's still a bit of a process. And I think you still need a phone number confirmation, which means you can do it a maximum of 2 times a year. So it makes
So
more sense to use a channel that's already enabled for it.
when you stream the show Monday, will you have to stop the 24-hour for the episode that we're gonna do? Is that
No,
how that
because it's on a
works?
different channel now. So
No, I thought you
it
had it on
running.
the Java and Judge channel, right? So
Oh,
when we
no,
do
we
our
don't have
Java
to
and
stop
Judge.
it for that either.
Oh,
You
okay,
as
okay,
we
okay.
found out when the 24/7 stream was on this channel, on my channel, people who are watching this are gonna be so confused. The 24/7 stream used to be on Better Than Ember, and it was fucking with people's notifications for the actual live because there was always something live, so they weren't getting notified when a new live started. Now that it's on the other channel, it won't fuck with notifications over here, but because we did have it over here on Better Than Ember, we know it's possible to have multiple lives going at the same time because we do the current live while the replay was still going. So
Okay.
yeah, you can.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing.
This tangent brought to you by
That's why they don't want me writing a book.
the t-shirt.
Oh yes,
I'm
please
just
buy
here for
one.
the tangents. I'm self-sponsoring now, bitches.
Hey,
I make like 20 cents on the t-shirts. They're there just for fun. Oh goodness. It's the lowest price they let me do because I'm very poor and I know a lot of other people are too. So if you want a very comfy purple t-shirt, there's also hoodies. They come in different colors, but the t-shirt is fucking purple. Anyway, let's try to finish this damn thing.
To help bring clarity and order when it came to the church. And here in this passage, we see that women were not to teach or exercise authority over men. Now, I would argue that there is a
in that church, according to Paul, like there's a lot of necessary caveats there, but also it like fuck you. Like that's all that it doesn't say in church. It says women shall not have authority over men. I do not permit it as a man. Oh no, the man said that the man has supreme authority. We should totally listen to him. Fuck off. This is one of the things. Imagine how different Christianity would be if instead of like canonizing the random letters from a fucking lunatic who had a hallucination that one time, they listened to women. What a different religion would it be today?
I mean, if you take it to president, they didn't want to have a woman lead. That's what's happening now. I rest my
Yeah, like
case.
take Paul's letters out
Nobody
of the New
told Pat
Testament.
cared.
Granted, you cut the New Testament in half, but details, and you're left with just like the Gospels and well, technically Revelations and whatever. But like, if you base Christianity just on the Gospels, you end up with a slightly different Christianity because all this extra bullshit. We have to hate gay people. We have to, oppress women. We have to do these things to be righteous and godly. That's all from Paul. Based on just the gospel, women would be it'd probably still be a little bit patriarchal because Jesus was a man and the disciples were all men and therefore men are the holiest or whatever. But like, the women in the story, first of all, they get names, many of them, which is a big plus, but also they do very important things. Like so many of the moral lessons have to do with women interacting with Jesus. And the whole resurrection thing is because of women, metaphorically speaking, or even if you want to get into quantum theory, the person who observes the thing makes the thing real. That's not actually true, but never mind that for now. The women are the ones who discovered the resurrection. So it's because of them there are even Christians today, according to the gospel stories. It's infuriating.
Specific setting that women are not allowed to teach in. So the issue in this verse was not whether women could teach, but under what context they were not allowed to. And
mothers, women literally make men. And while sometimes fathers stick around and have some bearing in the creation of the man from the baby, it's generally the women who are doing it, historically speaking. So, like, you don't get men without women most of the time. It's so fucking stupid.
the context that Paul restricted for teaching and exercising.
Except for Dr. Frankenfurter, of course. He single-handedly made a man.
Authority, I would say, was tied to the duties of the office of pastor or elder in the gathered church. And the reason why I say that is because a pastor is a very specific position within the church that Paul gives very specific qualifications for,
such as be male. But if you want a very specific position, you know what to do.
In the next chapter. And Paul continues in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2, and it says, "Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach."
So, if we are taking Paul's words as gospel, then none of the Catholic priests, none of them have authority to lead congregations because they're not husbands or self-controlled, respectable. A lot of these things they're disqualified from. But if we're going to be like, it has to be male because Paul says it has to be married to a wife, only one wife, unlike all the holy people from days gone by, never mind that. We'll set that aside. But like, the priests are not married, so they're not fit to lead. And also a woman can be married to a wife. Just throwing that out there. So it's not really, you can only be a man because you have to be married to a wife. It's you have to have a wife, which rules out gay men, I suppose. Like, that's about it. I suppose straight women too, but honestly, is there such a thing as a straight woman, you know? Like, there are women who prefer men, but is there such a thing as a woman who's super straight, as in only and exclusively attracted to alpha alpacas or whatever?
Well, they say strictly, I don't want to say the other part, but they say strictly D, So that's what they say. I guess the ones that are super straight, they won't think about it. But
Kip,
then you say the woman can touch them, but they won't touch a woman. So then you like
the
defeating what you're
fuck?
saying.
But
Yeah.
Kip makes an absolute
That's
mic drop point right here when he says, but importantly, not Paul. Paul was not the husband of one wife, and so by his own criteria, should not be leading fucking anyone. That is amazing.
That's why I'm happy that you're here, Kip.
Paul says no one should listen to Paul, and I feel silly that I did not notice that before. This is what I get for not reading Paul very much, because fuck that guy. Hell yeah.
Able to teach. So the prohibition of women teaching and having authority was connected to the office of overseer, elder, or pastor, what she described here. For example, Priscilla did teach and lead Apollos, which I think was a good and right thing.
Oh, Kip says that's not what I meant. This was not written by Paul, so this is one of the fake Pauls. Which in a way is actually kind of funnier, because it means fake Paul is saying don't listen to real Paul either. I love the fake Pauls. I love that there are fake Pauls, and they're like, every word from the Holy Spirit, and half of them are fake. Like,
but she did not do so as a pastor. So again, I'm not saying women cannot teach, because we've seen that the Bible affirms women teachers.
Right. It's a contradiction to say women cannot teach, because the Bible shows that happening. Clearly we can.
I would just say that Paul's command to not teach was in the context of the office of overseer. So next, let's talk about what it means for...
Do you suppose a queen, a ruler, a dominatrix, shall we say, might qualify as an overseer? Like, are they not overseeing something rather large and complicated? I don't know. I'm probably silly.
I agree.
Every time they say overseer, my geek mind goes to Fallout, and I wonder which of the vaults the women are not allowed to be overseers of. Maybe that's for the best. I don't. Some of those vaults, guys, are very unethical. So very Christian, I guess.
It's true. I mean, both. Yes. It just kind of goes to like, yeah, Christianity is inherently unethical. Like, inherently, it's built in. It's fucking wild. And Jur, I can't see what those emojis are. And that's
Brain
one.
and a cartwheel.
Okay. Brain is cartwheeling? Is that what we're saying? My mind is
Is that
spinning.
hold on? I'm about
My
to pull
mind
up
is
on
dancing in
CT.
place. I'm not. Yeah, I do like the chair dance though, especially when the music is playing. The opening credits. I'm always chair dancing. I got that from Patty. I miss Patty.
Yeah. Me too.
For women to remain quiet or silent. This term in the Greek refers not so much to complete silence, but something like a posture of peaceful receptiveness or being undistracted, respectful, and humble. You see, back then, women being educated wasn't a thing. So here, Paul was inviting
Except when we were, but never mind.
Women to learn, which wasn't normal for them. So Paul wasn't excluding women because, as we saw in the other passages...
Oh, and Jur explains, and jokes are always funnier when you explain them. Mental gymnastics is what that meant. Yes. And that's exactly it. It's like it's not just cherry picking, it's like finding verses to bend over backwards to counter other verses, what they clearly say. It just it's so much I'm going to trademark that sound because I make that a lot when we're reviewing these things.
He did command all believers to teach and for older women to raise younger women. So what was happening here when he said for women to remain quiet was Paul inviting women to learn in such a way that...
You are cordially invited to shut the fuck up and listen to the men speak.
Okay, new merch. You are cordially invited to shut the fuck up. I need it. I need it.
Y'all keep getting me to make merch. I'm never gonna get another video done. Oh, Jeebus. Oh, I'll make a note though. You are cordially invited to shut the fuck up.
I want us to think of a Java and Jugs merch. That would be cool. Even if we put it on your channel, you know, and so you can get the money for it. But yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, it'd be neat. Speaking of which, I don't know. I told y'all earlier what the shows are for next week. I don't know what the thing is for Java and Jugs. It's a surprise for us too. So join us Monday on the early show, the pre-show to this one that damn atheist person does. It's the Daily Atheist Morning Show with Chris Mallard and Ryan Koltastic. But on Monday, it's not. It's the Java and Jugs show, and we all show up and take over that shit. So join us for that as well on the other channel, not this channel, whichever channel you're watching this on. Well, no, that's not true because Job
I've
and Jug
also
also
seen it
goes
on
on
my
the Job and
channel as
Jug's
well.
channel. You know what? Just
Yeah.
subscribe to all the channels and you'll be covered.
Yeah, exactly. I did make a suggestion, so we can go look at our messages and you can see what I put down.
Oh,
But,
okay. I
yeah.
will peek at them. I try to
Or
keep
I
Discord
might
closed
redo
while
it
I'm doing
just
the
in
show.
case because we had like 40, 50 messages in one day.
Oh, so many messages. I know. We may have to just like restart in case people miss things because people definitely miss things. I miss things. Oh, I miss things. Like spring flowers when it's not spring. I love autumn. It's my fucking favorite That's why I named my daughter Autumn because I love autumn. But
Oh, that's cool.
right? But
Autumn is the
there
best,
are
though.
cool things in the spring. Like lilacs are my favorite flower. Not an autumn thing. They're a spring thing. Mhm. Oh, Aunt Jura has a suggestion. Boobs holding a mug of coffee between them to keep them warm. Or keep it warm. Keep it warm. Yes, that too.
Yeah, driving. Yeah, driving job. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's right.
Promoted order and unity when the church gathered together. So simply put, I would argue that Paul's words in 1 Timothy mean that Christian women should learn and teach under the context that God designed, and to know that the office of
But God didn't design it. Paul doesn't say it's God. Paul says, I do not permit. And it's also not even Paul. Fake Paul. It's not God. It's not Jesus. It's not even Paul. It's fake Paul trying to insert a sexism. For some
he did another
reason.
sexism.
I know. And if you
I'd
want to
be sitting
insert
there
a
thinking,
sexism,
all my life I did not know that different people wrote these books until recently. I became an atheist when I found out the truth. Like I thought I was written by the same person until I get over 40 years old and realize I was lied to my whole life.
honestly, I had the
That
other
made me feel some kind of
perspective.
way.
People would be like, Paul this, Paul that. I'm like, I don't care. I don't have
Yeah.
any reason to believe anything this thing says, so I don't care. But
Yeah,
from my
exactly.
point of view, they're all fake. And someone just like Paul was like the arbiter of all things. And so when people wanted to do that thing, they would just say Paul said it. You know, sort of like people would say it's a papal decree today. Like that was my opinion. I was floored when I found out there was a real Paul, ostensibly. Kip has to run. Reminder, Kip has a stream later today at 2 Pacific time. Keep
Like
those time
5
zones in
our
mind, folks.
time.
And
Is that
there's
5 our
a link
time?
for Kippery, I suppose.
It would be.
Kip's got to skip. Damn it. Stop it. Why are you like this, Ember?
Are you turning to Jason Fraser?
Did Jason do that?
Well, I mean, he tries to rhyme.
James Fraser.
Oh, James. Okay. I thought you were talking about
James.
yeah.
Okay, James. Okay, I'm gonna call him
Oh,
Jason.
I was writing
That's how irrelevant he
Paul
is.
keeps saying there's so much shit about me y'all don't know. And that's true because as much as I talk about my personal experiences as they may relate to other people in the community, there's a lot of my background fucking nobody knows. And I actually won awards for poetry back in 2007. I won't say what because then y'all could look up my dead name and we're not having that. But I did write award-winning poetry.
I will say I have also written a few poetries in literary magazines and stuff like that, creative writings and stuff like that, that's been
Hell yeah.
published. But I wrote it under an alias name as well.
See, this is why I'm an idiot. Like people say, Ember, you're so smart. I am not. I'm out here on the fucking YouTubes with my real goddamn name. And before I changed my name, I wrote under my real goddamn name. I never learned to use a damn pseudonym.
We have to run, unfortunately. So I will see everybody later, and I hope you have a good rest of the show.
All right.
Well, we're
Thank you
almost
for
done
dropping
anyway.
in, Jess. It's always
So
lovely to
lovely
see you.
always
Yeah,
spending time
we're
with you.
gonna wrap up. I planned to wrap up a while ago, but we yeah, we can do the thing. It'll be fine. We covered the main point. It's all good. So yeah, thank you for dropping in, and I'll do the normal thing to. And if
You need
you
to
want to
stop with
wrap
the
it up,
tangents. We need to stop with the tangents. That's what keeps the show so long.
I know. Well, I mean, I could go on and on and on without ever actually talking about the main topic. If I, and the weird thing is, when I do that, that's why we have the I come here for the tangent shirt, because when we do that, it's actually more entertaining. Our banter is more entertaining, at least most people seem to think so, than covering the main subject of the video. But c'est la vie. In any case, do make sure to catch Kip later.
Yes.
And also I must thank today's super chatters, who I believe are
Yes.
100% Jester flavored. So Jester is
Yes.
the effective sponsor of today's show, but I do very, very much appreciate it. Jester sent a $2 super chat saying, miasma, damn, just tell me I need a shower. And that, of course, is in reference to our brand new merch, fresh today, the Yahweh Away nil scented soy candle, available on the Ember store. I'm so fucking tickled. It's so fun. I'm easily amused, I know, but it's so fucking funny. $2, Jester says, I find that quite humorous, referring to bone jokes earlier. $5, Jester says, I still want an app that notifies me every time hell freezes over. Perhaps we could get Godless Engineer on that, because he does already run some religious flavored apps. But that's another thing for another time. $2, Jester says, in your endo or in my endo? Oh my. $2, Jester says, why be queen of hell when there is air and darkness? And finally, for $5, Jester says, this episode brought to you by the Mermaid Queen of Air, Darkness, and Giggle Fits. Bitches. I added that last part, but it does have the sunglasses emoji, so it's fine. It's fine. It's a legitimate add-on. Thank you so much, Jester. Thanks to all our supporters, members, patrons, everybody who helps literally keep the lights on. This is my source of income at the moment. I lost my job because of transphobia, and for some reason, having to do with being tortured for an entire fucking year, I'm having a difficult time, functioning. Like going for walks is hard. Anyway, thank you all so much for being part of the community. Even if you don't financially contribute, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the liking, subscribing, sharing, correcting me in the comments, and little tidbits of wisdom like Kip did. All the things. It means the world to me. I'm so glad you're here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Kelly, for coming on.
Oh, thank you. A little late, but I was here.
Yay. That's the thing. Y'all can pop in and out as you need to. Kelly popped in late, and Lil and Jess left early. That's how we roll. Maybe eventually I'll do like a really long show where people just in and out whenever. Maybe my next birthday. Who the hell knows? It's always a surprise. But as always, remember, you don't have to do a sexism and justify why half of your people need to be quiet and obey the other half and all that stupid bullshit, because you are better than religion. We'll see you Monday, if not sooner. Thanks to all our patrons and top-level members for September. Miranda, Karen Butcher, Jessica the Trans Metal Alchemist, Robin Webster, Maya Adkison, Jimmy Tux, Ian Chen, Malaysia, The Barely Bearable Atheist, Eric Wander, Jason Jacoby, Godless Engineer, Jester, Lil of All Trades, Deviant Outcast, and Kelly King, the Detroit Atheist Queen. And you can add your name here next month by signing up at patreon.com/betterthanember, or by joining Emberships here on YouTube at the Cinder level, which also includes all the custom emojis, tons of member-exclusive content, member-only live streams, and a bunch of other stuff. I deeply appreciate all the supporters who keep this channel going. Thank you all so much. Because of you, we're building a wonderful community that I'm very proud of.
When I just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now.